There are three basic positions for a dog to understand in obedience, and they are sit down and stand. Steh, Platz, Sitz, Platz, Platz, Steh, good, Sitz, good. Now with my back to him, Sitz, Platz, Steh, Platz, good. Sitz, Platz, Steh, Sitz, Steh, Platz. The positions of sit down and stand are the basic most positions that the dog must know. He must know all three of them. And to know them, he must be taught them properly. Here, we're going to start by real simple luring. So from here, I'm going to keep it at this angle so you can kind of see the positions really nicely on the camera. But the first thing is always, I always take the dog from a stand to a down, right? So from here, I'm going to go down to here. I'm going to show her the treat. I'm going to wait till she goes down. She hasn't done this on the platform before. Platz. Nope, Platz. Platz. I'm going to lure her down to there. There we go. Good girl. And from down, I always go right back to stand. Maya, stay. Good. And give her that. Good. So let's get a couple treats loaded up so we can do this a few times. And I'm just using really small pieces of kibble here. And all I'm going to do from here for the first of the basic positions, which is the down, well, the first position is obviously the stand because that's where she is now. And I'm going to reinforce it. I'm going to say stay, good, stay, good, stay. And I'm going to tell her Platz. And I'm going to take her nose with a treat here between her toes. Good girl, yeah, good. And then I'm going to go back to the stand. Now notice I haven't done the sit yet. I'm going to explain that to you in a second. Stay and stay, stay, good. And you'll see that there is this greater than symbol. This is the position for stand, or stay in German. Platz, or down is there. Good girl. Back to stay, which is going to go, I'm going to lead her this way. Good, stay. And for the first time, I'm going to add the sit, which is going to go up above her head for sits. Now that's really important that you understand how each one of those three movements transitions. And most importantly, that you understand how to get the dog to go from position 1 to 2 to 3. That's really, really critical. I never go from a sit to a down in training. I always go from a stand to a Platz. Good, good. From a Platz to a stay, stay, and I'm luring her this way. I'm going to have a treat. I'm going to lure her that she's going to see. She can follow this treat. Hey, Maya, stay, good. And remember that you're seeing this greater than symbol. So I'm going here, here. So this is the point of the arrow. This is the bottom of the arrow. Good, good, Platz. Good girl. Back to stay. Good. I'm going to give her a piece of that. And then from stay, I go to sits. Right? So it goes from this angle to here. So these three angles, you can see, get her to, good girl. Get her to understand that. Platz. Excellent. And I hand her one little kibble, right? From the Platz, now she's nibbling, she can kind of taste it in there. Stay, hey, stay, stay. It has to be attainable to her, so I can kind of lure her with it. Stay, stay, yes, good girl. The order here is going to be the lure here, and when she goes into it, Platz, she gets the reward. And I can release her. Okay, good girl. Right? Platz, and I lure her. Now, once she starts to understand that lure, I can now put the word in. Maya, Platz, and then lure. Good. And now at this point, I'm still rewarding each and every time for the command. So for the completion of the command. Good. Now she's in a sits. I'm not going to put her in a Platz from here. I'm going to, good girl. She automatically knows to go into a stand. And from the stand, we go into the Platz. Nope, Platz. But you can see how this using a platform or even a table, which is even better, can save your back. Now she must stay in that Platz position even if I have the treat here. And having her on a place is going to keep her from moving like I talked about earlier in the video. Nope, Platz. Platz, good. And that's when I can enter into the realm of corrections. If I want to, no, Platz. Good girl, right? She understands that, good girl. Now from the stand is the only time I'm going to put her in a sit, right? So here, Maya sits, sits, goes over her head to here to make her sit. So that position makes her sit, right? You can see that putting the treat here makes her sit. This makes her stand, this makes her sit. Good. Sit, stand, sit, over her head, sit, good, stand, Platz. Good. If you want to see the rest of this video, check out my website at robertcabral.com for detailed dog training videos that will help you and your relationship with your dog immensely.